feel like I should have taken the stairs.
Ooh,
There's a wave. I
That was
should
a
have
good
taken the
jump.
stairs.
I was looking around Steam in the horror section to play literally anything I could find that was newly released, and nearly every time I do that, I usually end up with a walking simulator in a dark setting. And let's be real, that's the majority of indie horror games that release, and that's fine. I love playing them for the atmosphere, that's usually what I look for above all else in a horror game. But I saw this game release the same day called That Last Girl and expected much of the same thing. It wasn't that though. That Last Girl is a stay hidden from the creature following you style type of game. It takes place in an isolated building with 4 floors and then exits. You need to get the key, find the last girl's doll if you want the true ending, and five bodies scattered around the building, all while evading the dead girl coming after you. It was a nice surprise to play a game like that for once in a bit, and it was a lot more fun than I initially thought it was going to be. When I jumped in, started playing, and realized this is a much more fast-paced trial and error run type of game, it got me into it quick because it was the exact opposite of what I was expecting. I started exploring the map and getting caught by her pretty quickly each time. It took me a bit to get a hold of the mechanics to keep her at bay. I thought the gameplay was simple and self-explanatory at first, but I was very wrong on that, and that is a good thing. Essentially, all you could do to manage the last girl is turn on the lights. She can't see, so she only moves based on sound. So you have to use doors to get the last girl to come to you wherever you are in the area, and basically hightail it out of there using the doors or literally anything on the ground as a decoy of sound. And once you do that, you need to go around the map and try to find all the objectives while basically decoying her around and using the lights to keep her stunned. That is the only thing that actually stops her are the light switches. When it's dark, she could run around the map at very high speeds, but if the lights are on in a room, she has to walk and will get stunned by the light bulbs. But once she breaks out of it, she'll shatter the light bulb for good. It's a simple system, but it actually made the game much more difficult than I thought it could be. It took many hours to beat this pretty small game for me because of this. Basically, you need to know the locations of all the objectives beforehand to have a chance at clearing the game. So you have to use the first runs of your gameplay to do that, because once most of the light bulbs are broken on the floors after you've run around, she can essentially dart around the map and nothing's holding her back. So once you open doors, she could get to you very quickly using the side staircases, because she will most likely know where you are at most times. That's why you need to keep the lights off and turn the ones you need on, saving any for the end of a run, basically, because you're going to need to stun her to get to the exit. And the exit itself is on one of the toughest spots of the map to get by her on, so I feel like it was planned out to basically that you need to save lights for that. And I had many failures after getting all the objectives because of that, and add on to the fact that the key and doll are extremely hard to spot since they only spawn on the ground, and in different locations each time. Once I had every item, but just the key was missing, and most lights were still off, so I was doing very good on my run so far. I checked all the key spawn locations I knew and couldn't find it. I looked around and around until she caught me, because most of the lights were broken by that point, so I really had no choice but to die. And if you do play this game and don't want to look around aimlessly like I did, check out our other videos for all the spawn locations. We put one up for that, and it takes a very long time to map them out if you're just going in face first. Once I finally cleared the game though, after hours of effort, my heartbeat was pounding, and I laid back in my seat assuming I could write my review on this game and be on with my nights. But then another cutscene played, and there was a bonus level where you have to escape from another character. I was gagged when it dropped me into a new area and said, "Good luck, keep playing," but thankfully there's a glitch. The assailant fell through the map before catching me, which worked out great for me, because I did not want to reset from the beginning. And I found the next objective and cleared the game for good. And then I saw there was a note from the author at the end, detailing that it was just an addition to show their care for the game and an end to the story, which was pretty cool. But all in all, as a horror game, there are actual good jump scares when she was nearby. Like she whispers when she's nearby, so you know when she's around. And it's very hard to spot where she is based on her whispers. They're very vague, and it did make a very nicely unsettling tone, Especially since you're so focused on getting items as you play through, it gives her a lot of chances to get the jump on you from just little mistakes. The difficulty of the game is what definitely stood out to me. It did feel a little bit dragged out because of that too, because it is pretty tough to actually get the exit with all the items. So it definitely dragged it out a bit. But I'd rather have that and have to strategize than to play a simple, boring game. So the difficulty is definitely the pro and the con of the game. I would definitely recommend this game if you want a shorter game to get your heart pumping with original gameplay around a simple premise, but probably wouldn't if you want a story game or something more cinematic or don't want to play a hard game. It's full of gameplay for the most part, and that's what you're going to get if you play it. It had a good horror atmosphere though, and the building and setting were creepy enough to keep me entertained the whole time, plus it's only $5. If what you saw enticed you, good luck. Watch our other videos on it if you need help. Thanks for watching. Sub if you want to. Bye-bye.
That wasn't quite. Where's the cat? Call an Uber. Where's his lobby? I see you. Oh. Oh. What is that? Hello?
Ed?
Ed? Peach? Peach? Where are you? Ed, I'm tired.
It's Chipotle.
Let's get Chipotle. I'm going back up.